everyone, welcome to this video. Today I'll be running you guys through the process of creating this Netflix page, of replicating it. So we are going to do all this from scratch, do everything here from the top, and we'll also do the sign-in page. We're also going to do the sign-in page, so we are also going to do this. And apart from that, we are also going to make it mobile responsive. So if you right click on it and click on inspect, just right click on the page and click on inspect, you'll be able to see how it will be on mobile version. So you can just click on toggle device emulation, and I'll change it to, let's say, iPhone XR. So this is how it is going to be on an iPhone XR, and you can see it is also very nice. So this is what we are going to be doing today. So let's just dive in and start with it. So I'll go. Okay, this is going to be the mobile page, and this is the desktop page. So this is where we're going to start from. So So I'll go to this folder. I just created this folder, and this is an empty folder. You can see it's an empty folder. So for this folder, I'll just right click on it and click on open with code. So if this does not work, I'll just cancel it. So if that does not work, just click on your Visual Studio Code. Just open your Visual Studio Code, and okay, it just opened that folder, but you can just click on file and click on open folder. Then you can select whatever folder you want to select, or you can click on this new folder and it's going to create a new folder. Then just click on select folder. So whatever way you choose to take, this is where we are going to end up. And to open a file, you just click on this. So this is to create a new file, this is to create a new folder, then this is to refresh, and this is to close or pull out all the folder. So you just click on this. I'll name it home.html. So this is home.html. Before we start, there's one thing I want us to install. So I'll click on extensions, then you can click on live server. There ought to be this live server by Ludwig. So this is the one. You just click on it and you click on install. And when you click on install, you can see it is installing. So you need to have internet connection for this right now. So it is installing. When it has finished installing, you'll see install. But let's not wait for that. So this is what we need to create. So let's just start with it. So the way I write coding, you start with the HTML. When you are done with the HTML, before you move into the CSS, we're just going to be covering only HTML and CSS here, no JavaScript whatsoever. So for this, we are also going to do it with HTML, no JavaScript at all. So let's check okay, you can see it already installed. So just go back to home.html. I'm going to click on this cancel. I'm going to cancel it, then I'll click on go live. So when it goes live, just click on, this is the first time I'm doing this, so just click on allow access. It's opened on Chrome, so I'll just close this one. So this is what we are going to try to create, and this is where we are currently. So to start, let's click on this. So let's cancel this. So to start, Visual Studio has a shortcut. So just click on this exclamation mark and click on enter. You just type in exclamation mark and click on enter, and it is going to give you something like this. And the use of the live server is that when you make a change and save it, you don't need to come and refresh. You don't need to come and refresh this. You don't need to come and refresh this page before you see the change. So I'm going to give an example. Let me just give an example. So this is so when let's give an example. So I'll click on this Netflix. If I open this, in Chrome, you should see it is the same thing with this one here, but look at the difference. So if I come here and I type in H1 and I say HELLO and I click on save, if I come here, just refresh it. I'm going to refresh both of them. I'll refresh both of them now. Well, you see, if I come here and I type something else again, let's say H1, H1, another hello, and if I come here, you should not see it. When I come here, you'll see it. I did not need to refresh, so I have to come here and refresh it before it is going to show. So this is the difference. So this is the tab that has Lifesaver, that is open on Lifesaver, while this one is the one that is open normally. So this is why I just made us forward to install the Lifesaver. So this is what we are going to work with. So I'll just come here and clear both the tabs. Then I'll come here in the title. I'll change this from document to Netflix. So my caps lock is there, Netflix. So I'll save this, and this is what we have. You can see this is Netflix. So okay, currently this is Netflix Nigeria. I'll just make it Netflix homepage. I'll just make it Netflix homepage. So once I save that, you should see it that it is Netflix homepage. Up this space in that control. Alright, so the first thing I want to do, we are going to interpret this thing in terms of HTML. You can see this is the first thing that I am saying. You can see everything here. So before you start typing code, normally you just start typing this, you have to interpret it in terms of HTML. You can see that these two, they are at the top, they are inside one container. All those ones here, they are at the center. They are also inside one container. Then you can see the background. The background is the same. So this one at the top and this one at the bottom, both of them they're inside a larger container, and this larger container has this background image. So this is what we're going to do. Also, I have already downloaded all the images that I'll need. So I'll just create a new folder here and name it assets. I'll create a new folder. Then from this download, I'll just cut everything and put it inside the assets folder. So how did I download it? I just right click on it and save image as, then just download the image. So this is where we are. Currently. So let's just start on it. So first of all, I'm going to create a big container that will contain both this header and this one at the center. So I'm going to say I can name it section. I'm going to class of top, class of top. Then I can open it. Then first of all, I'm going to have the header. The header is going to contain this Netflix and this sign in button. So that's going to be so I'm going to say header. Header is a semantic element. So semantic elements, they are elements that the browser knows what to expect inside, knows the type of content to expect inside. So this is a header now. The browser is going to know that, okay, I'm going to expect my nav links, my logo, something like that. If you have, there's also something like article, ARTICLE. So if you're using a blog, if you are like you have a blog page and you want to like type in an article, it should go inside this tag and the browser is going to know, okay, this is, I'm expecting an article to go inside here, something like that. So as we're going to be talking about semantic and non-semantic element. So I'm going to have my H1. So this is going to be Netflix. Ours is not going to be called like that. So ours is not going to be called like this because theirs is not a text element. We use an SVG. So I want to like try and complicate things with SVG now. So that's why I'm using the H1 tab. So this is a link. So I need Netflix to put in my a tag. This is going to lead us to another page. I'm not going to put it now, so I'll just put in hashtag here. I'll put in hashtag and write in sign in. So I'll save that. And this is what we have so far. So we have our Netflix and we have our sign in. Then unlimited movies, TV shows and more. So I'm going to create a second div, or a second section inside here. So I'm going to say section. I'm going to say section. Then this will be, I can say, class of or center, top center. Then so this is going to be the H1. So I'll just grab this. Actually, it's advisable to have just one H1 on your page. It's advisable to have only one H1. So this, I'm just going to make it a paragraph tag. I'll make this a paragraph tag with the class of logo. I'll use the class of logo. Then I'll create my H1 here. H1. I'll just put this thing that I copied. I'll come here and paste it. Unlimited TV shows and more. Unlimited movies, TV shows and more. Then watch any way, cancel anytime. I'll also get this. And I can just put it under this one. I'll just paste it. Then for this one, this is ready to watch. You can see this one. It also repeated itself over here. Exactly the same thing. So I'm going to put this to inside the div and give it the same class so that I can copy it and use it at the bottom. So I'm just going to create a div and I'll give it the class of ready. I'm just going to class of ready. In case you don't know why I'm giving them classes, so that I can use it on the CSS. So let me just show you guys where we are. So this is where we are currently. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is where we are currently. So let's continue. So ready to watch. I'll just grab this, copy. I'm going to put it inside this ready. I'll put it in a paragraph. I'll paste it. Then inside this paragraph, inside this div already, these two, they are also going to be inside the div. So I'm going to create it. And in VS Code, you can just use full stop and say input the ID and click on enter. So it's going to create a class with the input of div. So it's going to have an input. So it's going to have an input with the type of email. Because then it's going to have a placeholder of email address. Going to have a placeholder of email address. Then it is also going to have a button with a get started. So it's going to have a button. Get started. Then I'll just put this greater than sign here. So this is what we have and this is what we have. So everything here is just HTML. So as we are going to also change it to CSS. So now we are done with the top. So let's go to this side now. So I'm going to create another container. So this is the first container, top center. I'm going to create another container of main. So this is also a semantic element. You can see we have used a div. A div is not a semantic element, but this main is also a semantic element. So inside this main, we are going to have sections inside this main. We are going to have sections inside this main. So I'll say section. Now give each section a class. So I'll say class of this will be sec-1. So this is section 1. Inside section 1, I'm going to create a container. Inside section 1, I'm going to create a container. The container is, I'll show you guys the reason why I'm putting them inside containers. But let me just explain. So you can see this line here, this border here. So I'm putting it inside container. I'm putting them inside containers so that this content will not stretch all the way here, and this border will not stop here. So I'm going to explain it more when we have entered the CSS. So this is enjoy your TV. I'll come here. So this is the first one. Then inside this container, I can just say left and right. So this will be right. I just copied and pasted it. So this will be right. Right. So at the left, first have a H2 tag. Just paste. Oh, sorry. Pasted something. So today is enjoy on your TV. Enjoy on your TV. Then it's going to have a paragraph. And this paragraph, I just copy this. Just copy this and paste it here. So then for this image, I want to put the image at the right side. So I'm going to come here. So for this image, I'm going to say open it. So for this image, ing. So the class, the alternate text will be television. Okay. So if I save that and I come here, you'll see this is the alternate text. This is the image and this is the alternate text television. So when I put in the URL to the image, so it is in assets /assets. Then it is tv.png. So once I save that, you can see it here. So this is what we have. This is what we have currently. Then we move on to section 2. So I can just copy this whole section 1. So this is section 2. Then I'll put it in a container. So this is supposed to be a section, not a container. So this is section 2. Then I'll put it in a container. Then I also have my left and right. So for section 2, the image is on the left, so I'll come here, ing, assets, and this should be mobile. Then this is the phone. Then for my right, we now have the H2. It's going to have a H2 tag and a paragraph tag. So the H2 tag is download your shows to watch offline. Download your shows to watch offline. So if you click press Ctrl B instead of Ctrl B, watch offline shows. Right. So for sections, this is section 3 now. So for section 3, let's go to section 3. Section 3 is going to still be inside the container. Also going to be inside the container, but it's just going to have left. And watch everywhere is the H2. Watch everywhere. Then for the paragraph tag, I've copied it, so just paste this inside here. So this is section 3. Section 4. This is section 4. It is just like I'm just going to copy section 2. I'll just copy section 2. I'll paste it inside here. I can use the same class for section 2 and section 4 because both of them are the same. They have exactly the same styling, so I can use the same class. And also I can use the same class of it. So in the long run, we might not even have to use the class set because we're using the tags to style them. But I just look at this. So for the image, I'll just change it from assets to, I think this is kids. This is kids. So let's save it and see how far we've gone. So this is how far we've gone. So this is kids. Then I'll change the ALT from phone to kids. Change the ALT from phone to kids. Then for the text, this is okay, create profiles for kids. Then I'll just copy this guy. So this is create profiles for kids. Create profiles for kids. So I'll copy here. And let's see. Has changed. So for the for this side, so this is going to be a new. This was main. So I'm supposed to put this inside a section. No problem. I can still just do that. So I just want to wrap all these things inside a div. So I can just come here. I can see div. So about this. No, I mean this is just. So I'll just say class. I can just make a class of display. And give it any class at all you want to. Then I'll come here. I'll close the div at the bottom here. You can see in between the name. In between the line and this section, I put it in between the main and the last section. Then I put this one. I also put this one in between the main and the first section. So I'll just tab everything over. So you need proper indentation when you are coding to make your code more readable. So you can see. So this is the body is the parent child. After the body, now we now have section. We have this section. So the body has just two direct children. It has this section and it also has this name. Then this section of top has two direct children. It has the header and it has this section. You can see this header has two direct children, this paragraph and this data. This section has three direct children, this H1, this paragraph and this data. So you can see everything is properly spaced. I am using proper indentation to understand my code so that it is going to be more readable. Because if I do something like this now, I do something like this, so now just come and look at your code and be like, is this human being? So it's not really going to tell well of you. So it's best when your codes are properly rendered. That's why I have to tab everything here. That's why I had to tab everything forward. So inside this main, I'll just give this one a class of frequently. Give this a class of frequently. Then it's going to frequently asked questions. I'll give this a H2 of frequently. Frequently asked questions. So inside the frequently asked questions, so you can see each of the questions, each of the questions and answers that we are seeing, they are something like this. So when I click on them, we are going to use HTML to do this. To not have this transition, it might not be as nice as this, but it's still going to be okay. So what we are going to use details and summary. So write in details, then you put in your summary first. Your summary is what is Netflix. What is Netflix with a question mark. Then underneath this, you put in your paragraph. Then you come here, you just grab this. And paste it inside here. So let's save it and see what we have. So when you come here, you see this is what you have. So when you click on this, what is Netflix, then this paragraph opens. So when you click on the summary, the when you click on the summary, the paragraph inside the details comes out. So this is what we have. So let's just continue. So I'm just going to format this in little bits. I'm going to remove this blank space. I'll move this one to the bottom. Remember I talked about readability of your code. I can just have this one to the front. You get it like this. So I'll just put two BR tags here. So the BR is for line breaker. So once I do this, you'll see that there will not be space in between. So if I click on it, you can see it's now something like this. There's now like a line break. The same thing with here. So I'll just do the second one, then I'm going to copy and paste the rest. So next is how much does Netflix cost? How much does Netflix cost? So same thing, I will put in details, then summary. How much does Netflix cost? Then I'll put in this paragraph tag and just paste this here. So I'm just going to paste in the rest so that I won't make this video too long. So I finished copying everything. So this is what we have. I finished copying everything. You can see everything, details. Inside the detail we have summary and paragraph. Then everything is like this is just two line breaks so that to indicate a line break. So I've saved this and let's go to my home page and you can see this is what we have. So when you click on it, when you click on it opens and it's fine. When you click on it, something like this. So when we do the styling, it's going to make much more sense. Next step is this. Ready to watch, enter your email operator, start a membership. So I've already done this before at the top. So I'll just come here, I'll just go to the top. Here we have that ready here. So I'm just going to copy this whole stuff because it's exactly the same thing. I'm just going to copy it and I'm going to paste it under the FAQ. So I'll just come here and paste it here under the FAQ. So I'll save that. So this is what we are going to have, exactly what we have at the top, exactly what we have at the top here. And after that we have the footer. So under the main, this will not be inside the main. So under the main, there is now a good face. Mistake. I'm so sorry, there's this mistake I made that I'm just noticing. So this section is not supposed to end here. You can see this section is for the top. So sorry, I was just coding and just keep exiting. So this section I am supposed to close it here. So I'm supposed to close it here. And everything here I'll just tab it backwards. So you can just press shift and tab to move it backward, and I'll move this one. So this is the structure. So this is the top, it is supposed to be here, and this main is going to be on its own, because this top, when I created the section for this top, was because of this because of the background image here. So everything inside this top, that top section is going to have this background image. That was the initial plan. So sorry about that. So this is what we have. So after the main. So we have inside the body can see just 3 tabs. The body will be able to see this section of top. The body will be able to see this main, and the body will be able to see the footer. When I say it will be able to see, I mean it will be like direct children of the body tag. So after this, it's going to have a container. Subsequently, I'll be more careful when I'm putting. It's going to have a container, and this container, this is let's see how I want to see how the mobile responsive version is to know how I'm going to structure my code. So it's go into so this is questions contact us. So I'm going to have a link. All these links will just be blank, will be going nowhere. So this will be questions contact us. So I'll save this, and let's see. This is what we have. After this, most of what I'll be doing will just be copy and pasting. I'll do this one, then after I'll copy and paste the rest because it's going to be the same thing. So I'll just put a div and write links, then UL. Inside UL, I'm going to have LI, then inside my LI, I'm going to have A. Inside this A, it's going to be hashtag. I'll just copy and paste. So let's see FAQ, investor relations, privacy and speed test. So it's inside this A tag, FAQ, investor relations, and that was privacy and speed test. So these links, they are supposed to be going somewhere. So if I click on this, it's going to take me to their privacy page, or I'm just going to put only 2 pages. I'm not going to do the entire Netflix website. So just to basic. So that's why I'm saying I should just put hashtags there. So you can see this is what we have currently. So I'm not going to paste the rest so that everything will be fast. So this is what we have. I've copied and pasted everything. So once I save that, you can see I've done everything. So now for finally the last two. So this is a select box. See if I can copy it. So this is a select box. I am not going to use I'll just put in this English. So English is the only option. So under these links, this div, I give it the class of links. If you see it here, I give it the class of links. So under the links, I just put in select name, and just be language. ID, you can remove the ID. The option. So the option will be English. Let's do it option of English. So this is what we have. Yeah, let me save that. Sorry. So this is what we have. It's going to go to the bottom. Then finally Netflix Nigeria at the bottom. So finally I will put an A tag here saying this can Netflix Nigeria. So this is all for the HTML. We are done with the HTML. So it's time for us to move to the CSS now. So we are going to convert this to something very close to this. So let's start. So first of all, the CSS is top to bottom. So before we start, we are going to create our CSS style. So this will be just create a new file saying style.css, style.css, and we are going to link our CSS to style sheets, style.css. So I'll save that. And so nothing is going to happen just yet. So the first thing I always do when I'm doing CSS, I put in my universal styling. That if I'm not using CSS, put in my universal styling, then I say margin 0, padding 0, box sizing border box. So if you are just watching this video and you don't know why I'm doing it, no problem, you can watch my other videos if I do this, because I can't release more videos. So I'll do this in my CSS crash course. I'm going to be explaining this, so just copy and paste. So you can see everything has shrunk. Basically, I just removed all the default margin and padding. So let me just remove everything and save it. So you can see there's space. So all these tags, paragraph tags, HTML tags, they usually come with their own default margin and padding. So if once you do this, like this style is a universal tag, so it's putting margin 0, padding 0, and both sides and border box on each and every element on your HTML. So it's just going to remove it, and you can see that why everything is shrink like this. So next step is to start styling. So definitely we are going to start from top to bottom. So this is first start styling from the header. So this header, we need a display of flex, making it to be horizontal. So you can see the Netflix logo and this sign, they are now on the same line. If I remove this, you see that they will not be on the same line. But when I put it back, you see they are on the same line. After that, I'm going to give it a width of about 80%. Need to give it a width of 80%. Then after that, I'll say justify content space between. So once I save that, you can see this is the width of 80%, and I've put space between. Then finally I'll say margin also. So once I save that, it is going to centralize it, give equal margin on the left and equal margin on the right. This width, I want to put in my CSS. I want to put in my CSS variable. So I'll say root. Then I can say I can just say width. Sorry, I'll say dash width. Then I'll just say 80%. So when I come here, instead of var width, so it is going to be 80%. Same thing, does not change anything. So I can increase this to 90. Let me see how it works. Okay, 90 is, let's just use 85. So it looks like this, no problem. And here I'm going to give it a padding. So I can say padding, top and bottom should be 20 pixels, left and right should be 0. So once I say that, this is what we have. You can see I've not put padding at the top and at the bottom. Then for the logo, I give it actually I'm going to increase the font size. I'll say font size to when I'm going to increase the font size. So it's going to be too long. It's going to be something like this. Text transform. I'll say capitalize. Sorry, uppercase. So it is going to be uppercase. Then the color. Let me just change for the body. Let me just change the font size. Sorry, font family to Arial. for vertical and sans-serif. So I'm going to do this, and it's going to be like this. So for this logo, I'll say font weight bold, so it is going to make it bold. And this is how we're going to leave it for now, since we can't make it, since we're not going to make it all, not that we can't make it all. So next thing that we'll do is this unrated movies and TV shows. So that will be the top. So for the top, COP. So this was the class I'll give it the top. So this top, you say height. So the height is going to be 100 ish. The height is going to be 100 ish. So you see, once we do this and save it, it is going to push everything outside. Everything else is now going to start from here. So this thing just means that the height of that top bit is going to be what? It's going to be 100 ish. And after we have done that, we cannot put in the background color. So we can put in the background image. You can put in background URL, so say assets and background.jpg. So once we save it, you can see it is now like this. So since it is like this, we now have to give this logo, we are going to give it a color. So this logo, we are going to give it a color. So the color that we are going to give it, color, let's just say red. Let's just say red for now. Let's just put it as red. So I'll just come here and say red and red. So it's a color. So I'll save it. So it is it is going to look something like this. Okay, then for the text here, I'll just say white. So I'll save that, and it's going to be like this. But this thing does not really, it's not really like this. You can see there's kind of like a dark cover that's covering, a dark overlay. So that's what we're about to do, and we can do that with linear gradient. So okay, just watch me. I just press enter here. I'm just going to press enter. Then here I write linear gradient. After linear gradient, I'm going to put comma. Then what I'll do, I'll write RGBA open brackets 0, sorry, this was 0, 0,0,0,5. So this is black. So I'll just copy this thing 3 times. So I'll just say 1, 2, 3. I'll see the last comma. So this is, so once we save it, this is going to like give it this dark shade at the top. So I can now edit it. So I can say this should be 8. This should be 8. Then inside here at the middle should be like 4. So if I save that, you can see so that this piece in the middle will be brighter than the top and the bottom. So this can even be this. Okay, let's just leave it like this. So this is what we have so far. Then to centralize this unlimited movies, TV shows and more. So to centralize this thing, what we are going to do, you just come, okay, before we centralize it, let's complete this background. So you can see background size cover, background position, center, then background repeats, no repeats. So I'll save that. Then to align that to the center, I can say top dash center, top center. You can see give it a width of width. Can give this width. And say margin auto. So let's see how that has gone. So it's something like this. Then we can say text align center. So you're going to align all the text to the center of the page. Then we give it, before we move it to the center, let's first put the fonts and everything. So this H1 is going to have a font size of H1 is going to have a font size of 3 rem. Let's see. Okay, something like this. And it's 3.5 rem. So 3.5 rem. Font, so already bold, or you know, if we can make it bolder, let's just make bolder, and let's see. So for this, watch anywhere you cancel anytime. This paragraph. So what we can do, we can see the paragraphs in top center. Or okay, you can just say font size of top center. Font size, and just say 1.2 rem, so that ours will be a little bit, bigger. Let's see, 1.5 rem. Okay. Under this H1, we're going to put the margin bottom of 30 pixels. So save that. Okay. Under this paragraph, so under this ready to watch, we can put a margin top. Under this ready to watch, I'll put a margin top. Let's see if there's a margin top at the bottom of this one. Okay, yes, also need to margin top. So we can give it a margin top. So that READY, this ready, and just give it a margin top of 20 pixels. So once I save that, you see this is what we have. This is what we have. So we can now work on moving it to the center. So this top center, we can just say padding top of like let's say 40 VH. Let's see how that looks. And see, the 40 VH is too much. Let's say 30 VH. So margin top of 30 VH, and this around is kind of like bigger than the other. So let's just reduce the H1. Let's just reduce this thing to 3.2 rem. Then our font size 1.4 rem. So let's just say it like this. So okay, this is what we have. And for this input, let's start this input. So for this input, we can let's see how we coded the input. So let's come there. So this is input div. So for this ready, first of all, just give it a width of 100%. So by default it has a width of 100%. So this, what we need to do for the input div, we have to give it a width of 100%, and input to 100%. Then inside this input div, I'm going to display of flex. Then I'll save that, and let's see, display of flex. Then justify content center. Okay, something like this. Then for the width of the input and the button now, so I'll say ready inputs, and I can see width, which should be, let's see, 200 pixels. Let's see how that looks. 200 is too small. Let's say 300 pixels. 300 pixels is okay. Then for the button, the button, I'll say weight, which should be like 150 pixels out of it. So once I save that, it should be something like this. Okay. So the input has a width of 300, button has a width of 150. So here now I can say gap. The gap should be 10 pixels. So there's a little bit of gap in between. Let's just make it 5 pixels. 5 pixel gap in between. So you can see this is it about CSS. Most of the videos that you might watch to cut out all these permutations that I'm doing, but this is actually what makes CSS and coding in general sweet. The whole combination of something, trying out different things to see how you can get the perfect result. So that's what I'm doing. So for this input div now, for the input div, I can give it a margin top of like 20 pixels. So let's see how that looks, which is not bad. So for the inputs, I'll give the input and the button, I'll give both of them the same height. So I'll give this one a height of 60 pixels. Let's see how it looks first. 60 pixels. Okay, 60 pixels is okay. So I'll just copy this and paste it here. Then I'll give the input padding left of like 20 pixels. So the padding left is just pushing this email address towards the side. So this is if the input puts longer, then give this now input 350. Okay, I'll do it like this. So my input is 400. So after this, I'll give my input a background color of transparent. So I'll say that it is going to look something like this. Then I'll give it a border of 1 pixel solid gray. This gray, I'm going to get the gray to use. So this is what it is. Okay, the background color is actually not transparent. So the background color is like, is gray, but it is really low opacity. Let's see 0.4 first. Okay, something like this. In the color should be gray and a whitish gray. Let's just see. I don't want to spend too much time on this thing. So background color, so let's say font width centered. Okay, let's see this guy. Then for this red, I've not started this button. I've not started that link tag. So for that link tag, I'll come here, I'll say header E, background color will be red. I'll use this red. Okay, for the A tag, first of all, okay, I will say text decoration none. Display should be block. So I'm turning from an inline element to a block level element, so it's going to be like this. Then I'll say padding should be like 10 pixels left and right, 20 pixels, so 10 pixels top and bottom, 20 pixels left and right. So let's see, it's now looking like this. Then I can say border border radius 10 pixels, color should be white, then font weight should be bold. So once I save that, it's going to look exactly like this. This is how it looks, and this is how theirs looks. So let's just reduce the margin a bit. Let's just say it's 16. So let's reduce the padding a bit. Then the border radius can be like 5. This way our red is different, and we need to use their red later. So this is okay. This is okay. So let's style this our button. Let's style this our button now. So for this our button, it's still same thing. So I'll say background color. Background color in red. I'll use this red. Then border. Let's see. Your border is still this red too. Your border is still 1 pixel solid red. Then border radius. Border radius is like, let's see, it's so I'll copy this border radius and also put it for the input. So both of them have border radius. So and the color is white, and font width bold. So I've saved this, and this is what we have. And the what I was saying, you can see this one is also styled. This one is also styled. So let's ready to watch stuff. For this one here, I can just say for this input div, or for this ready, to be ready, I can also say text align. Text align should also be center, so that this one at the bottom will also be centered. So I don't really need to now start coding that one all over from scratch. So this is what we have currently, which is very, very, very nice. So let's start moving towards this side. So this side, the background color is black. Background color is black. Color is white. So let's see. So this is what we have. Everything is now black and color is white. So for the name now, let's first put border top. Border top is 9 pixels solid gray. So this is what I'm trying to emulate, and this is what we got. So what we just do, this gray here, this RGB 7070, we just cut it. Let's say bar dark gray. So I'm not creating variable yet, so I'm just going to come here. I'll say dark gray. I'll put it here. So I'll save it. So let's come here. It's still going to be the same thing. So after this I can say container. I can say a main. Inside the main there are sections. Then inside this section we have containers. C-O-N-T-A-I. So I'll just say width should be about, let me see, 90. Let me see how 90 is like it. Then I'll definitely use margin 40. Okay, not bad. So after this, let's leave this like this now. So after the container, I'll say display should be flex. after doing the width, display flex, so both of them are now going to be like this. Then I'll say align items center. So this styling is affecting everything here. So this is what we now have. This is what we have. Okay, good. So I now want to put under each section. So I'll say main section. I want each section to have a border bottom. I want each section to have a border bottom of 9 pixel solid bar dark gray. So each of them now are going to have this. So you can see I've now separated all of them. Then after this, we need padding. We need padding for each of the section. So that's what we're going to do next. You can see ours is just very, very, very compact. So we say padding. So padding top and bottom will be like 25 pixels, left and right will be 0. So once you save that, you can there's no really give it much testing. Okay, let's say 50 0 0. See how this okay. 50 might not be that bad. When we increase it, that's when you see how good it is. So let's just leave it at 60. So after that, inside the main section, we have different H2 tags. We say font size of these H2 tags should be 2.5 rem. So let's see. So it's going to make each one bigger. 2.5 rem. Then we do. So it's going to be 3 rem. So we also give them margin bottom of like 20 pixels. So when we save that and see, it is now going to be, this is how it is now going to be. It's going to be like this. Then for the text, let's see the text. The text also needs to be as in main section paragraph free text font size and say 1.5. So I'll just save that. So this is what we have. This is what we have. This watch everywhere. Let's see. So this watch everywhere on this one on this side here, it does not take the whole width, but you can see how it's trying to take the whole width. So what we are going to do, we are going to reduce it. We are going to reduce the width. You understand? So that's what we are going to do. So come here to this watch everywhere, and watch everywhere is section width. The section, this is 1 2 3, section 3. So come here and see main sec 3 and see width, which should be what, 50%. So you should just take 50% of the width available to it. Okay, so we see the container inside. So you can see this is why I put it inside container, because if we do the style on the section, it is going to be like this. So that's why we had to create container. So you can say container, and say margin because I've already given the margin auto before. So if I say margin name, let's see. margin. So margin 0, not none. Margin 0, not none. So it's not okay. It's going to be here. It's going to start from here. So not margin 1. Let's say margin we just give it a width of, let's say, 80 pixels. Then we can say margin left bottom. This is the work. So it's going to shift it somewhere around here. Want it to be aligned. Yes, around. So this is what we have. Okay. Now for the text inside, name, sec3, paragraph. It just needs a width of 50%. So if you give it a width of 50%, you can see it's now going to come here. So this is exactly what we wanted. Alright, so I think we are done with this section. We are done with this section. So we are moving on to this place now. So we are here. We are moving up to here. So let's come here and let's see what we pick. So this is a class of frequency, right? So this is a class of frequency. So we come here and say frequently. We say display will be flex direction will be column, and align items in the center. So once we save that, you see that everything will now be at the center. Then let me see whether this thing needs a margin button, because this frequently needs a margin button. So we just get this so border button, not margin button. We just get this border button and just paste it here, so that it is just going to have that this nice margin button over here. Okay. Then for the frequently, we have a H2, and the font size is 3 rem. So it's going to be big like this. And margin bottom let's say 20 pixels. So it's going to be 20 pixels. This FAQ has this frequently has padding top and bottom 20 pixels, left and right will be 0. So it's not going to have space at the top. You make it 30 pixels. So 30 pixels 0. So it's going to be like this. And for the what is Netflix and all this stuff, so we are going to give this let's see how we start it. So this is the FAQ. So for the FAQ, for the details, let's just start the details. For the details, we say background color gray. Let's see. So this is how it is. Let's make it darker. Okay, it's going to be like this. Okay, this is gray. We say okay, before I don't use margin button, I'll say FAQ display flex direction in column and gap like 10 pixels. So instead of using margin button, I'm just using flex to do that. You can see I've not put in my margin, like space in between them. I'll say padding like 10 pixels. 10 pixels all around this next top and bottom. Width 100% of the width. Let's see how that is. The width is 100%. Let's make this width 100%. Okay, good. So this one, the width now, so the width of this one will be, let's say 70%. So let's see, this is how it's looking. Instead of 70%, let's say this is reality. So it's okay. So then for these ones now, I can say okay, padding top and bottom should be 30 pixels, and left and right should be 10 pixels. So I'll save that, and this is what I have. Okay, then I'll also increase the font size to 1.5. So I'll save that, and this is what we are having. This is ours. And if when we click it, it's still having, this is how it looks, but this down is kind of better than my own, which I don't think. So for the FAQ is going to have a paragraph is inside the FAQ. So that paragraph is going to have a margin bottom. So a margin top of let's say 10 or 20 pixels. So let's save that. So once we get down, so there's going to be like space in between. Let's see. It's not bad. So this is our own. Let's put padding left 10 pixels. Let's put padding left of 10 pixels. Then this is it. Let's make ours darker. Let's make this one darker a bit. Okay, it's darker. It's on hover. So see details. On hover, you see background color. So it should be lighter when you move on it. So you can see something like this. So this is what I wanted. Might not be the best, but it's not bad. So let's go to the bottom. So we are already done with this. Let's see, this still needs space. So for this FAQ, I just say margin bottom of like 20 pixels. So I'll push this one down a bit, and this one. Let's still put space here. That will be on frequency. So frequency, you can just say padding bottom of like 50 pixels. Okay, so increase the space. So finally, for the footer, for this page, say footer. For the footer, I see background color black. You see it. It's not going to be like this. For the footer, we can say the A tags in the links in the footer can say color. Color should be gray, and font size will like 1.2 when. Let's see how that works. So the pen is very light. is even white. Okay, and okay, I'm making it like this. So after that, for the footer, it's going to we're still going to say width, which should be width, then margin also. So this is what we are going to have. Okay, so apparently the footer needs a container, which I do not give. So okay, yes, I do. I do that. So this should be this. Okay, I just container, then footer. This background color black. So this should fix it. So it's going to be something like this. Then for the I'll say UL, for all the UL in my page, I'll say list style none. So now remove this one and remove this one so that you understand why I did this. So if I save it, you can see all these things, all these list styles. I don't want them. So I'm just going to do it like this. So they are going to vanish even though you were not seeing them before. This footer, I'll say padding top and bottom 30 pixels, left and right 0. I'll save that. So this is what we have. Finally, for the links, so this is the class of links. I'll do grid. So I'll say footer and links display should be grid, and grid template columns repeat 4,1 fr. So once I save that, it's something, you should see something like this, then I'll give it a margin top and bottom of 10 pixels, left and right of 0. Then for the UL inside, now for the UL, I'll say footer UL display flex direction column, that should be 10 pixels. So once I save everything, this is what we have. Is that okay? Ours is too big. This should be 15. Our A should be 4.9. Okay, and this is what we have. My project the exact color for 20. Let me just tweak the color one last time. And finish. So this is our completed site. This is what we have, and this is what they had, which is not bad. So okay, this one, let's see. Okay, so this last Netflix Nigeria at the bottom. So let's see how to fix down. So I just say this language. You give it you just give the name of language. Let's say class. Let's say class of language. Class of language. So come here. This footer this footer links. Let's do it let's see margin button 20 pixels. So I can see language, display block, margin button. So that should fix everything. So this is what we have, and this is what they had. So their footer has much padding at the bottom. Let's see how they start their footer. So we have footer, padding, let's put 50. So this is finished. So for the okay, this is our for the mobile responsiveness now. For our mobile responsiveness, we just remove the font size so that is everyone by default. So this is it for the this is it. So now I want to start the mobile responsiveness, and for the mobile responsiveness, this is how the ads looks. So you want to make ours to look like this. So you just can right click on it and you click on inspect. Right click on it and click on inspect. So what I'll do, I'll just divide my screen so that I'll be able to look at both of them at the same time. So you can see ours is not looking too good on mobile, so we are going to fix that. So now to do my mobile responsiveness, I'll just copy everything, Ctrl A and Ctrl C. I'll copy everything, then I'll come to the bottom. I can say at media, open brackets, max width. Max width should be 700 pixels. So all these tools are going to take effect from 700 pixels. So I'm going to save. I'm not going to. So anything I want to, anything I want it to stay. I want to stay the same. I'll just like reduce the. I'll just change it. Anything I want to stay the same, I'll just remove it. So anything I want to stay the same, I'm going to remove it. Then anything I don't want to stay the same, I'll change it. So like this width now, I want it to be 90%, no longer 85%. So I'm just going to remove the rest. Then all these ones, I'm going to remove them. I am also going to remove all these ones. So for the so you can see everything still the same for now. So I want to start the header yet. I don't want to start the header just yet. What I want to do, I want to fix all the. Okay, first of all, let's remove the overflow. I don't want to see any overflow. So I'll go to the top at the body. I'll go see overflow X hidden. So I don't want to see any overflow on the X and on the left and right. But I'm still seeing. Why am I still seeing? Because of first of all these images. So let's go and fix the problem with images first. So I'll come here. Okay, so I'll go here. So I'll come to this section here. So yes, so this is what I want. So the name, I still want it to be background color of black, color of white, and you should see that border. So for this one now, the width should still be the same. Let me keep this sheet here since I've changed this to 90. Then I'll move this margin. So this display flex, I'll say flex direction should be what? Flex direction should be color. So I'll move this one. I'll move this one. So once I save it, you can see part of the things that were making it to have overflow has now removed. You can still see. So okay, so the images still has overflow. So what I'm going to do, so for what I'm going to do for the images, first of all, I'll say this main section and left should have a one comma, main section and right. Both of them should have a width of what? Width of what? 100%. Both of them should have a width of 100%. Then for the main section, and image, then they should have a width of 100%. So all the images should have a width of 100%. So you can see that's reduced this thing a bit. The main thing that is causing the overflow is what is this input, this ready input. So even if you come here, you see, so this one did well, but this one is still having overflow. So how are we going to fix this? We'll come to the ready. We just go to the ready. So you can see ready to have a to be sorry, input div not ready. Input div already has display of flex. So you can see flex direction column. So once we save that, you see now stops. So now stop having this this thing. Then the width of the input. The width of the input it is 400 pixels. So once we remove it from 400 pixels to what 100%. So it's going to be 100%. Then for the button is also going to be 100%. So you see that. So it is not no longer supposed to have any. It's still having still supposed to have this little ball. Let's continue. You know what we're going to do. Let's remove this. Just remove this thing. Let's just work with it like this. So let's just work with it like this. So this is how it looks currently. Okay, so this is how it currently looks. So let's work with it like this. So for the roots, let's start again. So the header is still going to be display flex. So we are just going to remove that. I'm going to remove the display flex. This width are going to keep it. Justify content space between margin auto padding. Let's reduce the padding to like 10 pixels. So we are going to save it. So for the logo, the font size is 2 let's increase it to 1. Let's reduce it to 1.5 So if you save it, it is going to reduce. So you want it to be uppercase, bold and red. So I'm going to do it like that. Then for the header, we still basically want everything to be the same except maybe the padding. So let's leave the padding. So everything is going to be the same. Everything is going to be the same. So for the top now, we no longer want it to be 100 VH. We want it to be like 60 VH. So once we save it, it is now going to be like this. You can see these people their room is about 57. Their this is about 50 VH, but let's leave our own at 60 VH. For the background and everything, we just leave everything the same. We are just reducing the height. Then this top center that will say margin top of 60 VH. We just change the margin top to something like 30 pixels. So once we save it, it should now be something like this. Then this width should be you can leave the margin text align. Then the font size of this top center. Font size of this top center, you can just change it to 1 rem. So once you save it, it is going to reduce. Then padding top 30 pixels. Okay. For the H1, we are changing it from 3.2 to just 2 rem. So we have reduced it. Then font width is still going to be bolder. So the margin bottom now be 15 pixels. So we have saved that. Then this ready margin top, let's change it to 10 pixels. The text align is still going to be center. So for the input div, width is still going to be 100, still going to be display flex, or I've changed it to flex direction column. The gap is still going to be 5 pixels. The slide content center, margin top, and still leave it as 20 pixels. Then this ready input, width is going to be 100, height 60 pixels. You can see, let's see 30 pixels. Let's say 50 pixels. So 50 pixels, padding left and still be 20. Background color, border, font weight, border radius, all can still stay the same. Then for button, the width is still going to be, sorry, the width, okay, so the width was not initially 100 pixels. We that change it to 100 pixels, sorry. So this height is going to be 50. So if we that change it to 100%, because at the top it was 100%. So this padding left, I'll remove this. I just remove everything. It's going to be like this. Then for this one, I'll also just change the height to, 50. Then background color, I'm going to remove this. I'm going to save it. So this is what we have. Then the container flex direction column, I'm going to leave it like this. Then the next section, just remove everything. And I'm going to do, if you don't understand what I'm doing, there's no problem. I'll still do other videos on mobile responsiveness. This video is already getting too long. That's why I'm trying to sum everything up. So for the main section is, I'll leave it like this. For the H2, there is font size of 3 rem. I'll change it to 2 rem. The margin bottom of 20 pixels, I'll change to 10 pixels. Then you say text align center. For the left and right, I'll just say text align to center. So I'll put both of them is a text align center. Then this one that is 1.5 rem, I'll just change it to 1 rem. Then for the section 3 container, I was 80% before. Let's see how this one is. This one will be 100%. Then this one too will still be 100%. No, this one I just change it to it. Okay, so it's going to be like this. I'll just select that. This one, change it back to 100. So this one is okay. So let's move here. So for the frequently asked question, this H2, I'll change it to 2 rem. Okay, that's okay. Margin bottom of 20 pixels is not that okay. Then frequently asked questions, display threads, correct, page icon on correct, tap, yes, correct. Then this width of 70%, I'll change it to 90% so that it will be wider. Margin bottom should still be 20. Then these details and look like this. The padding top and bottom, I can change it to 20. Then width should be 100. Font size should be 1.4. I visited it. And if I hover it, I still want it to have that same effect. The frequently asked questions, yes, we listen, okay, and see it like this. That's no problem. So let's go down and see. So for this frequently asked questions, so what I'll do for frequently then ready, I'll just say which should be 90, or which should be width and margin should be off. So once I save that, this thing should not, this thing should have been fixed. And for the footer, finally, and see how ugly it's looking. So you can see this container, you just leave it like this. Color, leave it like this. This time you leave it like this. But what's good, you change it to 2. So it's going to be like this. And you can see green cap, blue cap. Let's say 20%. So once I save that, so this will be column cap, no big row cap. Column cap 20 pixels. display grid, we are going to remove it. Margin and margin button, we are going to remove it. So this is what we have. Then footer UL is display flex. Still give it flex like this. So this is how it is. Let's see. Let me try to inspect it again. Okay, everything is now correct. So this is what we have. This space is too much. The space for the space for this one is still too much. The space at the top, so I'll just change it from this top, that top 60 VH and say 40 VH. Say 45. So basically this is what we have and this is what they had. So we have done this. I initially said we'll do this signing page, but we'll just keep that for another video. The video is already too long, so I'll make another video and do that. We'll do the signing page. So this is what we have. This is what we were able to come up with, and this is the flow side. So from having something like this, we just remove everything. So we were able to get from this to this. So join me for more coding. I know this was kind of somehow. This is actually the first tutorial video that I'm recording, so hopefully the next ones will be much more better than this one. So thank you. Have a nice day.